Let's start with reviewing the situation. The unique unit, now Anima. At first, Anima appeared as a regular Meteora. It has miniaturized now. But what will it transform into next?
Hey, Aoba, if it goes huge again like a normal Meteora, this city's...
It depends on its mass, but there's a fear a Meteora could destroy the entire underground city, along with Prometheus.
That would be a disaster.
Actually, I think that's exactly what Anima's role is. Anima's mission is to kill Chloe and destroy the underground world. I can't turn a blind eye when it threatens the people protecting me. It should be exterminated immediately.
I understand where Noah and Yamato are coming from. Anima is a Meteora after all. But to be honest, I think we should let Anima live a little longer.
Why?
I can't help but wonder. If it came to kill Chloe, why did Anima try to save her?
That's easy. It didn't want its prey getting stolen from it.
There's so much mystery. With the Meteora, with Anima, and even...
That Meteora killed my original. You definitely want it gone, right, Chloe?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Do you still think Coco is inside it?
No, its claws hurt me. Coco wouldn't do that.
Then why?
But I just don't know anymore. When I saw it attack General Dieter when he pointed his gun at me.
I told you, that was
just because it looked like it saved me. I don't mean to say that it's Coco, but there are too many unknowns. About the Meteoras, about this unique unit, and also about Coco. If we continue distancing ourselves from things we don't understand, we will regret it.
A Meteora?
No, it's a different sound. Everyone, look at your sphere.
What is this?
This mask mark. It's Patrokolos.
Patrokolos? They're the guys who write graffiti on the walls and put up posts on Sphere, right? They're always making us out to be the bad guys. Most of the information here is lies. Keeping the wealth to ourselves? You gotta be kidding me! We don't risk our lives fighting the Meteoras for money!
Images of the Humanoid Meteora. How did they get such classified information? Professor Julie and I made sure to bolster our security. Patrokolos has been oddly strong in information warfare these 2 years, and hostile to us.
You gotta be kidding me. People are buying these obvious lies?
In a world with limited resources, social disparity is unavoidable. However, it's possible to live happily if you don't worry about what class you're in. You just need to arrange your appearance with textures and leave the thinking to Libra. But when people are shown this disparity and made to see their own misery, anger and envy turn to hatred. That's when they start seeking the reason for their poverty in society. Then they get exhausted and finally jump on conspiracies without a shred of evidence.
That was kinda hard to follow, and I don't really get it, but protests would be bad. Someone could get hurt. We have to stop them.
You're right. This isn't the time to be analyzing the situation. Let's go to the city and ask the protesters to calm down. We could be enough to stop them if matters don't get too out of hand. If the protest gains steam, it'll be too late. The Argos security drones could be dispatched to suppress the situation. If that happens, it would be chaos.
But what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to calm the protesters?
Don't worry. comparison breeds sadness, then I reject it. High and low standing, classes, differences, hierarchies. I don't know any of those concepts. Making comparisons is meaningless. Every life is a treasure. I am here to bring you together. Wait for me, everyone. I'll be right there.
Did Noah head to the city?
Then we should get over there too. I'll arrest every last person in a mask. The city is dangerous. Worst case scenario, they might even target us pilots. I'm sure they're all feeling down because of the unique. Chloe, you can wait in your room if you want.
Why are you worried about me now for? Did you forget I'm a designed? I've been made much tougher than any of you, body and heart alike.
Your heart too? Really? Well, be careful at least.
Don't need to tell me twice.
What is that disturbing Meteora? What do you mean they have deals with the Meteoras?
Did they trick us?
They trapped us in here so they could have the surface all to themselves?
Is that why all I get to eat is this print food?
It seems the video of the Humanoid Meteora was a big factor.
This isn't good. It's already grown this much? There are already too many to persuade one by... Huh? Hey, Aoba, isn't that a Patrokolos mask?
Wake up, people of the city! This city is a prison disguised by textures. We are being exploited by Prometheus, cut off from the bountiful surface, surrounded by hollow fakes, and forced to live in poverty, as though we were livestock. That towering elevator pillar that leads to the top is what separates us from the surface. We will take control of it and head to our new frontier. Overflowing water, trees, grass, and flowers. We shall feel them all with our own hands. Let us march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that? I'm arresting whoever it is, even if I have to knock him out.
Wait, Yamato. That's just an avatar. It's not real. I can't read any of his info, even with Prometheus's clearance. Just who is that?
Vacate the area immediately.
This is bad. Argos drones are here.
I repeat, vacate the area immediately.
Hey, you guys quiet down. Stop listening to that guy. I told you to calm down. We're not enemies.
This voice.
So pretty. Noah?
Are you looking for starlight? Are you shouting because you're sad? Are you suffering because you want love? Yes, that's why everyone is crying, because you're sad. But there's no need to be worried anymore. I am always by your side.
Noah! So pretty. I wanted to see you.
Noah is love. I stand close to people, and I will never leave. If you're crying, I will comfort you. If you're happy, I will laugh with you. I will try to care for each and every one of you equally. I am able to do that because I am a fantasy created by love that is more real than anything. As long as you call out for me, I'll be there. So please, show me your happy faces. If you can't smile, I will soothe you. If you can't see the light of the stars, I will open your eyes to their glow. If you cry, you won't be able to hear my song. I will sing for you here to get close to you. Now send your tears to the stars and throw them at me. I will shower you with love in return.
Noah is amazing. Everyone is smiling already.
The Argos drones left too, and that masked guy ran away. Wow! Noah is so cool, isn't she? She's a star, a real one. Let's help pump things up. Noah, you're the best.
In every darkest night, say, come on, close your eyes, it'll be alright. I'll be here when you need me the most. In every darkest night, stay strong and start to ride the highest tide. You will see what you dream of will become your reality. No more sunlight, no more sun shining into our despairing sky. As time goes by, no more gunfight, no more dead bodies lying on the ice cold ground. As I'm praying here down on my knees, hoping God will hear my plea. Can you bring the wounded world its remedy? Losing blood, your fading dreams. For us all I have to sing this elegy. In every darkest night, say, come and close your eyes, it'll be alright. I'll be here when you need me the most. In every darkest night, stay strong and start to ride the highest tide. You will see what you dream of will become your reality.
Noah might not be fake.
What?
I've always been suspicious of Noah, too. Appearing after Coco's death, being something similar to Coco. Noah's just like Anima that way. And she can't enter the sunroom. I thought she was some suspicious fake that Coco rejected, but Noah genuinely does care about people. There is no doubt that her feelings are real. Shouldering unnecessary responsibility yourself. And for the masses, compared to me who couldn't even save one friend.
Chloe, why don't you throw her a star?
A star?
Yeah, I'm sure Noah would be really happy. I told you, there's no reason to compare Noah to Coco. If you find someone you think is more wonderful than you, then you should tell them how wonderful they are.
Thank you, Aoba.
Yeah. Thanks for the wonderful song.
Chloe.
Just this one time.
Honestly, you're such a slow learner. You can't touch anything because it's a hologram. Have you not figured that out yet? All you do is act on instinct. Stupid. Whoa there! Not that you could touch me, but... You bare your claws at me, and you get punished. Ooh, it's gonna hurt.
Professor, please stop provoking it for your own amusement. I feel sorry for Anima.
You feel sorry for it. Does this Meteora look like it needs your pity?
It does. You're using the inhibitor too much and for no real reason. Anima's barely had any energy lately as is.
It does look weakened compared to when we first brought it here.
It fought off a Meteora right after it healed from its battle with the Altomachia. It could just mean it hasn't recovered its stamina yet. It hasn't eaten yet either.
What? This is a Meteora. They don't eat what humans do.
Indeed, as long as we don't know what meteors eat, we can't give it food. However, this isn't just a regular Meteora. It's a Meteora that's eaten a person. If taking in a human has changed its appearance, bone structure, and organs, there's a big possibility its biology is close to human too. So, Chloe, I order you to study it. See if it's just a regular Meteora or a new type that has humanity. It's your job to find that out.
Me?
Why Chloe? Isn't it more efficient to have you study it, Julie?
Fool. If I do all the work I can delegate, what was the point of making all of you? You two will be my hands and feet, and I'll be the brains. That's the smart way.
But
Besides, what if Coco's personality is laying dormant inside it? Or if Coco herself has been sleeping within it this whole time? Think, who better to awaken Coco than the one who knew her best? Chloe? Am I wrong? I'm not, am I? Huh?
this forum is a trick, a disguise to make Chloe drop her guard. I won't let you do exactly what it wants and allow Chloe to get close to.
Okay, shut up already. Yeesh. How about this then? I'll give Chloe the inhibitor. You've seen how effective this is, Chloe.
Professor, I think that's enough.
Now, good luck studying it.
Chloe, I've prepared a few useful items.
Okay. Can't say I'm excited. But orders are orders. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Hey, are we really doing this? If it bears its claws on us...
Yeah, if it starts attacking, it's over. We should exterminate it before anyone gets hurt.
That is something for the General, Professor, or Council to decide after giving them a report. We just have to follow their orders.
I hate to admit it, but yeah, that's all we can do.
Let's begin.
I'll record its responses. Chloe, try handing Anima various items. Chloe, what do you want to try?
Good. Sight, smell, and taste. Ooh, I am very interested to know what kind of senses the Meteora has.
It doesn't seem to be interested at all.
No, it doesn't.
See? Meteoras don't eat.
What do you want to do next, Chloe?
Wait, why would you give me to this thing? Are you crazy?
It's just a doll modeled after you, Noah. It'll be okay.
Oh? It looks pretty interested.
Yeah.
I can't believe it! How could it eat such a cute doll of me? Unforgivable! Absolutely unforgivable!
We're dealing with the Meteora. There's no mistaking that. I mean, the fact that it can perceive Noah, an avatar, means it's a Meteora.
Oh. So Anima can see Noah, an avatar, without a Grai eye. Professor Julie, does this mean Meteoras have similar traits to avatars?
What are you talking about, Aoba? I can see Noah too. Why wouldn't it be able to see her?
Yamato, we have on our Grai eyes. You can't perceive Noah with the naked eye.
All right. Then the fact it can see Noah without a Grai eye is something Meteoras can do naturally.
It's too early to draw conclusions. Let's gather more information and continue the study.
Good job, Chloe. Let's call that a day. I'll put the study results together.
Thank you.
Hey, Chloe, what did you think about today's study? What did you think Anima was? Just a Meteora? Or did it seem like it had some sort of humanity?
I don't know. I can't think about anything right now.
Oh, does that mean you sense something human in it?
No, I just...
Well, this certainly has gotten interesting.
What in the world is it? Would a Meteora do something like that? It's as if it were a child. I just don't know.
These are yesterday's study results.
The unique seems closer to human than to Meteora. Let's hand in Coco's belongings today.
Huh? Why would we...
Isn't it obvious? The unique became more human because it consumed Coco. How much memory, thought, or ability can a Meteora extract from a human they consumed? That's what we're testing.
So, does that mean we're gonna take things Coco used or liked and give it to that Meteora? Can we really tell if it has Coco's memories from that?
Well, we'll at least know whether we can tell or not after these experiments. Einstein once said that God does not play dice with the universe. And I agree. This creature that has both human and Meteora characteristics, this creature that could change our future. It would be boring if it just happened by random chance. Why does it look like Coco? Why did it appear before us now? There has to be a reason or rule to it. There has to be some hidden intention. Let me say this loud and clear. There is meaning for everything. If we can bring out its Coco side, we might be able to find out the meaning behind it. You want to know, don't you? You should if that tiny brain of yours works. Your curiosity must be screaming at you to take action, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
This is stupid. Don't do this, Chloe. You're really going to give the Meteora Coco's things? That's only going to confuse you more. You don't need to listen to stupid orders.
but we can't deny that it would be a key to understanding Anima's existence.
Are you saying that it's worth making Chloe suffer then?
Of course. I wouldn't force her. It's your choice, Chloe. What do you want to do?
If giving it Coco's belongings will help solve some of the Unique's mysteries, then I think it's probably worth trying.
Oh, you're being pretty cooperative today, Chloe.
Yes, I think this is much more constructive than mulling things over and doing nothing. We need to move forward. I'm sure solving Anima's mystery will also benefit Coco.
I actually predicted you'd agree, and already got Coco's things ready.
You went into Coco's room without permission?
Don't worry about that. Just give it some of the things I brought. Test out whatever you want. Good luck.
Are you kidding me? What if this is exactly what the Meteora wanted? I said this before. It's a Trojan horse. We need to kill it before it destroys the city.
That's what we're studying it for, Noah. You shouldn't just blindly label it friend or foe.
Well, I've already warned all of you. If this blows up in our faces, it's on you. Do whatever you want then.
Chloe, I understand where Noah is coming from. She must be worried about Chloe in the city.
She's never met Coco before. That's why she's not bound by the past like we are.
You're right. We need to prove that Anima isn't dangerous.
I'll talk to you when I'm ready.
If the hypothesis based on my dual Ariadne theory is correct, that Meteora should have strongly inherited Coco's form and nature. However, their resonance is lower than I anticipated. First, we need to see where Coco's influence is strongest in it.
Julie?
What? Hurry up and get started. I'll be watching you from here.
The results of the study, compiled by Aoba. There are records of an additional study the professor did after I left. Looks like it was entrusted in footage of Noah's show. Was it her voice? The stars? Let's begin.
Chloe, what do you want to try? Is this a song Coco liked?
Yes, it's one of the songs she listened to.
It's as if she's listening to her favorite song. Do you think it likes what Coco likes, Chloe?
It's just a coincidence.
Chloe, let's try the next one.
Well, well. It seems quite interested. It even looks like it's reading it.
Do meteoras even know what constellations are? Even I have no idea what I'm looking at.
We don't know where meteoras come from, but if they come from outer space, it could be that she's remembering her homeworld.
That's a pretty wistful way of thinking. Though a simple picture printed on paper can't capture the vast wonders of space.
Then the way it's reading that book, does that come from Coco's memories?
We can't make any conclusions from just that. However, it's a possibility. It seems to recognize that as a book, even though it's never seen one before.
Huh.
Okay, Chloe. Thanks to your diligent work studying the Meteora, I think we have a much better picture, don't you? About whether or not Anima seems influenced by Coco? Let's enter the next phase then. Chloe, I want you to go choose something that belonged to Coco, yourself, and bring it here. Her favorite food, favorite toy, or whatever. I'll leave the choice to you.
Why would I give it something that belonged to Coco?
I told you, it's to determine whether it's a Meteora or Coco. Don't tell me you're not curious yourself. We could be close to finding out what's inside Anima. Or do you want to quit after coming this far?
I'll go to the sunroom when I'm ready. The results of the study, compiled by Aoba. The way the unique interacted with what she was given suggests she knew how to use them. She has Coco's memories? Really? We might be able to draw out more Coco-like qualities with things she had on her daily. What was something she wore every day that she cared about the most? Should I really give Anima something that important, though? Noah would blow a circuit if she knew. Yamato's arguing with the professor. I'll only add fuel to the fire. Mm. Mm. About time to go. Something that's connected to Coco. What should I bring? What would the unique respond to? The Coco inside it.
Wait, Chloe! You shouldn't walk alone in the city. Patrokolos has been active lately, so it's real dangerous.
Don't worry. Resistance or not, they're not going to attack recklessly at random.
That's true, but just to be safe. Besides, we can help you carry Coco's belongings.
I don't plan on bringing so many items that I need help carrying them.
Well, you never know. For example, you wouldn't be able to carry a desk on your own.
I don't plan on bringing something big like...
Now then, something connected to Coco, huh? When I first heard about it, I wasn't sure what to bring. But now that I'm here, it's full of things that remind me of Coco. There are so many choices. What do you think would be good?
There isn't exactly a standard to base our decision on, but we can't bring everything. We need to pick carefully. Chloe, is there anything notable for you?
Hey. Hey.
Did you find something good, Chloe?
Hey. Coco.
Did you find something good, Chloe? I see. Hopefully, objects Coco interacted with every day would be able to stimulate elements of Coco within Anima. Of course, that's only if there's truly any Coco in Anima.
What happens if there isn't any? Or if it breaks any of these?
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Chloe, what do you want to try first?
Can you guys believe it? It seems to know how to use a wheelchair on the first try.
You sure it ain't a coincidence? I mean, I could probably figure it out too.
No, if you think about it, it's a miracle Anima would sit in it properly like that. She shouldn't even know what a chair is.
It knew it. Yeah. Possibilities high that Coco's memories are at work here.
Huh?
Let's try something else.
For real?
Is it trying to tie it? To its hair?
Whoa, this is a whopper! A big one! It wouldn't do that if it didn't know ribbons go on your head. It has memories. It has Coco's memories. As long as it never put ribbons on when it was a Meteora. Well, well, what an interesting result. I'd say it inherited quite a few elements from Coco, wouldn't you?
Coco's memories inside that thing?
Oh, not just her memories. She could be alive inside the unique. Or it could be that her consciousness was transferred and then reborn. There are so many possibilities. How exciting.
Reborn? Are you serious?
It's not certain. This could all be its reflexes, or coincidence. Though as far as coincidences go, they're...
Too much alike. Damn! I just can't believe it. I don't want to believe it.
Good show. I do so like a conflicted fool. Now, Chloe, what do you think? Your inability to refute me is proof that there is hesitation growing inside you. I think you started to see Coco.
No, it only looks like Coco. That's all. That should be all it is.
Still being so stubborn. Will you give in already? I think you already know in your heart that Coco is inside Anima. Which means I'll let you make the final decision so you can really come clean to yourself to see if you really think Anima is just a Meteora. I've just raised the inhibitor's power to maximum output. If you use this, it'll almost kill Anima. That'll trap Anima here, protecting the city as a side effect. Above all, you'll be able to do what you always say and avenge Coco.
Professor Julie, that's way too cruel.
Shut up! I'm talking to Chloe. Now, what will it be? Come on, Chloe. Oh, I knew you couldn't use it. So, does that mean you've gotten attached to Anima? Do you actually think it's the reincarnation of Coco?
No, that's just a Meteora. But I didn't want to risk an accident.
Ugh, my, how admirable. But you have a point. It's too early to draw a conclusion. We need to study it more. There's too much unknown. Which means I'm giving you additional orders. Chloe, go find more items connected to Coco. We might be able to draw out more Coco elements by having Anima respond to items of Coco's.
Still, we brought over most of the big ticket stuff. Man, this is a pain. Can't we just bring the unique over ourselves? It'd be faster.
Don't be ridiculous. Julie would never allow us to let the unique out. And I don't want to bring it here either. Just having to see it every day.
I know. I was just joking. Yeesh. I don't think it's Coco either.
I'm doing this to show Julie that even if we show it Coco's stuff, nothing will come of it. There's just no way it could be Coco.
I know. But it's just, when I'm here, it just makes me remember. remember how Coco used to be here. She was like something out of a dream. And she actually lived here. And, well, looking for her stuff? It's like digging into those memories with a jackhammer, you know? And Chloe, you've been living here ever since Coco disappeared, right? Doesn't it hurt? Everywhere you look in this room, you gotta remember.
I can't let the flowers in the sunroom die. Coco trusted me to take care of them.
But, you know, sometimes I think about how you're kinda stuck in the past with Coco. Someday, maybe you'll find that you can't leave this room?
Mind your own business. Pyramus and Thisbe.
What's that?
A tale of star-crossed lovers. Coco urged me to read it once.
So, it's a myth, huh? Yeah, that sounds like Coco. What's it about?
A tale of a tragic couple, but in Coco's point of view. It's a sweet love story.
Welcome back, Chloe.
Welcome back? Not a hello? Is that not strange?
It's not strange at all. This is our sunroom, after all. I wouldn't mind an I'm home.
Not happening.
I wouldn't mind if you made dinner, did the laundry, and laid with me until I slept, either.
Do you take me for a servant?
Oh no. I take you for a dear family member. That's why I'm indulging in your kindness. Read this for me, Chloe. I've picked out a picture book this time. Pyramus and Thisbe. A myth, but a sweet little love story.
A love story? I don't like those much.
Put your heart into it, okay?
I'll try. Pyramus and Thisbe, man and maiden in Babylon, loved each other and wished to marry. Their parents, however, opposed the marriage. Forbidden from meeting, the neighbors could only whisper their love through a thick wall. Oh, Pyramus, my love, are you there? I am, Thisbe, my dear. I shall always be by your side. Then, when the moon peered through the clouds and the stars silently twinkled above, the two would share a parting kiss with the wall between them.
Your heart isn't in this at all. Oh, Pyramus, my love, are you there? I am, my dear Thisbe. I shall always be by your side. You've got to put at least that much into it.
This is why I'm bad at this kind of stuff. Is this even supposed to be a sad scene? It does look sad from the picture, but...
This is a tragic, yet beautiful kiss scene.
But they're kissing a wall, right? That's gross.
My, Chloe, it isn't gross at all. Why would you think it is? I bet it's because you've never been in love.
Have you, Coco?
I haven't. But I still understand how much they wanted to be with one another.
Aren't they already with one another? There may be a wall between them, but if they can talk, does that not count as togetherness?
No, it definitely is not. I may have lectured you on the importance of words before, but that isn't the only way to share your feelings. Sometimes, words are just too flimsy to express emotions. You can't put a tag on love, can you? Information that you can't express with words or text, you must express with physical touch. When your bodies unite, fingers intertwined, when you touch, that is togetherness. Being close enough to share feelings without words. That's where true connections begin.
What sort of advanced device would you need to share information without tags or words? That sounds like nonsense.
Hey, can you tell what I'm thinking?
Not in the least.
Well, try imagining it like this.
Hey.
Skin to skin, lips to lips. The borders just vanish. We wouldn't need words if we became one, wouldn't you think? We'd communicate everything through our warmth, emotions, desires, even passing thoughts. And I can tell how you feel right now, Chloe. Your heart's racing.
Shut up. Get off me, dummy. Pyramus and Thisbe resolved to leave the city the following evening. Let us elope under the mulberry tree at the edge of town, Pyramus said from the wall. Sit on its root and await my coming. I vow I will make it to you. Night fell, and Thisbe, clad in a veil, hurried out in secret to the mulberry tree. Where is my Pyramus? Thisbe sat on the mulberry root, waiting for the arrival of her beloved, not knowing that a hungry lion drew closer.
Looks like it's listening calmly. I wonder if it understands the words.
Like, there's no way. This is a Meteora we're talking about. It can't do language. Isn't being read to just putting it to sleep? Hell, I'm basically ready for bed myself.
Look, Yamato, you're not the one being read to.
Does it comprehend this? Or does it not? Though it'd totally be fine if Anima's just resonating with Coco's memories. Either way, this lack of reaction's putting me to sleep. Hey, I know. The book's an object, but it's still a part of Coco, you could say. Coco was blind, so the sense of touch and memory tied to it must be more meaningful. Chloe? Hey, hand me that. Now, how about sending this book to Anima? Pretending you can't hear? Or you think you're protecting a dear memento?
Paper's valuable. If Anima tears it up,
That'll be valuable experimental data in its own right. Like, what's it gonna do with a book that Coco wouldn't dare tear? It'll be something to see.
but
And listen, Chloe, I'm not asking you. This is an order. Resisting won't get you anywhere.
Chloe, you should probably do what she says.
Gotcha. Goodbye. Now, how's she gonna react? Woohoo! I can't wait.
Is it asking to hear the rest?
Anima actually recognizes it as, like, a book?
That's what I'm talking about. It's gotten a bit closer to Coco again.
Pyramus arrived at the bottom of the mulberry tree, but Thisbe was nowhere to be found. Beside the tree was Thisbe's veil. It was in tatters, having been torn asunder by a beast. This This cannot be. My beloved Thisbe, what has happened? Has she been devoured by a vile beast? I had promised never to leave you, to always be by your side. Pyramus drove a knife into his chest. Time passed. Thisbe came out of hiding from the lion and found Pyramus's body. Seeing that her beloved had taken his own life, she cried and wailed. She knelt before Pyramus and gently pressed her lips upon his cold mouth. Not even the wall of death will stop our love. O white mulberry tree, I beseech thee, hold on yourself a symbol of our love. Thisbe took the knife with a cry and thrust it into her chest, like Pyramus before her. The blood from her wound splashed out onto the tree, dyeing its white with crimson. Even now, the mulberry tree bears a symbol of their love, bearing fruit a bright red. The end. I told you this was the end. What's the fun in hearing the same thing over again?
Hold on there, Chloe. Don't forget this is part of the investigation. A very important job just for you. So do what Anima says. Got it?
How about you try reading the same thing over and over? I'll bring a different one next time. So let's wrap up for today. You really like this book that much? Even such a sad, bad ending?
Well, why not? The two became one in the end, didn't they?
I don't get it. Isn't it all over if you die? Do you see this as a happy ending too? I'm actually asking a Meteora a question. I followed Julie's orders and helped her with the investigation of the Unique. The Unique didn't change. It was free, brash, it would sing whenever it felt like, and it seemed to only take kindly to me, though there was one change. It started to ask me to read it picture books. A lot.
It's so strange. Anima only shows interest in Coco's favorite books, right?
Yeah. It didn't take too kindly to the briefings or news docs I tried reading to it. But it isn't like it goes for anything on Coco's bookshelf. It always wants me to read picture books, illustrated guides, things with big pictures.
Is that because it can understand them? At the very least, liking picture books shows toddler-level intelligence, right? Chloe? Is something wrong?
I'm reading to a Meteora the books I used to read to Coco. The Meteora that looks just like her. The Meteora that ate her. What am I doing? I don't want to think Julie's hypothesis is right. That Coco's inside of it. But if Coco really is there, then what is she thinking, seeing me do this? Would she feel disgust and betrayal that I'm reading to the being that ate her? Or would she be glad that we met again? Wait for them to get red.
Whoa! A real cake this time? On a Meteora? Waste of a good cake.
We spent a lot of time convincing the higher-ups it was for the study. There's none for you.
Fine. Whatever. I know real well how low they think of the actual Machia pilots up there. Whoa! I seriously feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. Pulling all those strings to get it sure was worth it. Well, Coco did love cake. Right, Chloe?
She did often have her servants make her cake. She'd even have enough made for me. as valuable as cake is. And we would always eat it together in the sunroom. Someone like me could go her whole life without so much as tasting cake. And I would say that. I would ask her if it was really all right for someone like me to indulge like this. It felt almost like I was doing something bad, really. I'd be at a loss, but Coco would giggle at me and say this.
Mai, do you really think you need permission to wish for happiness?
She would always start with eating the strawberries before the actual cake, and I could never understand why.
I love your voice, Chloe. It's so wonderfully gentle and warm.
You're always like that. How can you say those things with a straight face?
Well, I'm simply speaking the truth. But I have to say, happiness is quite the strong medicine. I get scared the happier I feel, because I know this time will eventually come to an end. My chest, it just tightens so much when I think a day will come when I can no longer hear you. I've never thought like this before either. I've been a little afraid of death lately, too. And all of this is your fault, Chloe.
It's too early for you to be thinking of dying, especially when you're this young. I couldn't understand her. It was her usual light tone, so I responded lightly too. But if you die before me, I'll read for you in front of your gravestone.
You will? Oh, that sounds lovely. It's a promise then.
Was she happy enough to cry? Though she wiped her eyes, she laughed at my confusion.
Chloe, I'm so glad you found me. I want you to always be by my side.
I still remember my fun little conversations with Coco, the quips we shared, her soft voice, her smile of joy, the warmth of her hand. I remember it all, yet you'll understand everything if you touch. What a lie. I still don't understand why she cried tears of joy that day. Why did Coco, afraid of death, smile at me in front of the Meteora on that day? I still don't understand. Coco. Huh. What?
Do you know what I'm thinking?
I can't know what a Meteora thinks. It's trying to touch me because she's trying to eat me. That's... This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Nice, nice! There's just something about this. A blind hypothesis full of holes, getting plugged up with tons of proven data. It's like seeing the missing puzzle pieces fill in all the gaps. As if we're finding Coco's pieces and popping them into the bigger picture one at a time. And let me be clear about this puzzle. If the finished product was a blank slate, this whole thing would have felt like a huge waste. But isn't the image of Coco finally starting to come into view? Looks like we'll get to keep on playing with the unique. I bet you're happy about it too, right?
Not really.
Come on! No need to be such a wet blanket. Well, I guess I shouldn't expect otherwise from you. You always get results. So it doesn't matter how boring you are. Come here and let me pet you. Come on over. So what do you think, Chloe? When you look inside the unique in Anima, do you feel Coco's in there?
I've written everything I have to say in my report.
Oh no, I want to hear it from your mouth. Your honest views, thoughts, opinions. Did you feel Coco within Anima? I'm asking if you, that delightful little piece always crying about missing Coco, managed to fit snugly into our Anima.
My personal views have little to do with the biological investigation of.
Oh, they've got a lot to do with it. Because if you fit into her, that means she fits into you. Because that's how a puzzle works. To become a perfect Coco, she needs the right piece. She needs you. Can't you tell that? You remember what I ordered you to do, right? Bring Coco's belongings into contact with the unique. And what has a more powerful connection to Coco than you, Chloe? I've asked this twice, and I've broken it down so even your smooth brain can get it. Could you not waste any more of my valuable time? Did you feel Coco in Anima?
I had felt slightly that way.
I see. Glad to hear it. But I can't put all my faith in human senses. So give me some scientific proof. After all, if we proved she was in Anima, wouldn't that be a big win for you?
We're out of picture books to read. I've been reading the same ones to it, but Anima's starting to get bored of them. I don't think we can expect new reactions.
And it never shows interest in briefings or ads or other textual information like that. In life, Coco was fond of books. No, perhaps not books, but the stories within. If Anima's tracing the steps of Coco's life, then I can see why Anima wouldn't be interested in the information Coco also was not.
But if Anima's interested in what Coco was, it'd like the novels and literature in her room. The unique only shows interest in picture books. If I read her text-based things like novels,
its intelligence isn't there yet. Body aside, let's hypothesize that its brain and mental development are still in progress. Every living being learns as it grows. Once it learns how to read and write, just imagine! It'll probably start devouring books, every last one of them in that room. Figuratively. But that's in the future. Let's focus on the present. If it wants simpler stories that even a toddler can understand, all we need to do is provide them. I've got something perfect in mind. It's a bit of an antique, a program from 200 years ago. Ta-da! A story generator. Making stories is easy. Just toss some code and elements together, and there you go. Problem is, they won't be as good as human-written stuff. They're plastic stories, devoid of the life and background of the other. But should be enough to please a dumb kid, right? And it's got text-to-speech, labor-saving.
if it has text-to-speech, do you really need me around?
Hey there, Chloe. Still here. I thought the day's investigation was over. Ah, still doing your report. Sorry. Say, you look a little pale. Have you been sleeping?
You haven't been sleeping, have you, Chloe? Like, I was just talking to Aoba about this, but you haven't really been all there during practice, have you? Hey, Professor Julie, how long's this gonna last?
This
weird study. Like, the unique's gonna keep getting more human, right? Man, that's gross. I mean, it's a Meteora, and it's the one that ate Coco. And you're making her best friend take care of it, offering up all her dearest memories. And now it's starting to act more and more like Coco? Come on. She may be a designed, but there's no way she'd be able to sleep easy after all that. Come on, Professor. Does it have to be Chloe? Why are you putting her through all this cruel junk? What if something happens, you know?
Something? What? Is Chloe going to get gobbled up? Now that would be curious. How would the unique transform after absorbing Chloe? I wonder. Would Anima become Chloe? Would it stay Coco? Oh, maybe it'd become Coco!
Now you listen here. You're talking about Chloe and...
Quit it, Yamato. The professor has her reasons.
But still, this is ridiculous.
It's fine, Yamato. I'm fine.
Chloe.
That concludes my report. I will take my leave.
Hey, Chloe! You happen to forget the story generator. I'll send it to you later, so have fun with story time!
Hey, Chloe, you haven't forgotten, right? What the unique did to Coco?
It ate her. I know. Forget who she is? There's no way I could. The unique consumed Coco. It's Coco's mortal enemy, yet there's something I just can't deny. Why is Anima so similar to Coco? Why does Anima only open up to me? Did Coco truly die? Is she still alive inside Anima? I can't deny the weakness that lingers within me. I just can't.
And then the rabbit said, "With these legs of mine, I can bound over any mountain in a single leap."
Don't like the rabbit? We can change stories then. A frog? A grasshopper? What does Anima even like? No preferences, huh? Hell, this program's completely useless. All the characters are extinct animals. You probably can't even imagine these things. You've never seen a rabbit. No. Even if Anima could imagine this rabbit's adventures, if Anima were Coco...
You read for me, Chloe. I want to hear the story you read, not some machine's flavorless narration. Put your feelings into your voice.
Coco wouldn't be interested in a story read by a machine. I don't have anything I can read to you. Nothing you'd be interested in, anyway. Are you telling me to tell you a story? Something you know about humans, then? I can't talk about normal humans, though. All I can tell you about are, well, designed humans, dolls made in humanity's image. Now, as a designed human, basically, I wasn't born naturally. I was made with a purpose in mind. Like a doll. Well, you don't know what a doll is. I was made in human form, but I'm not like them. I'm made of tougher stuff, for the purpose of riding a robot to fight monsters that come from the sky. That doll girl, she was brilliant from a young age. She grew. She met the adults' expectations. She defeated monster after monster. The people of the city were grateful. They heaped praise on her. Yet, she knew. She knew they were afraid of her. As she was a doll. As an artificially created being, she had no parents, no family. She had always been alone. Yet, she never felt lonely. Not at all, because this doll was born to fight. Yet one day, there was a girl who called her a liar. The girl couldn't walk. She couldn't see. Her skin was porcelain, and she seemed like she would shatter if you pushed her too hard. Yet, she knew so much, and had an abundant sensibility that others did not. Sensibility. The ability to read other people's hearts, you could say. She was fragile because she understood others too well. She noticed the doll's loneliness and held her hand tight, not letting her escape. And she gave the doll the words she wished to hear the most. Not cool or amazing.
Welcome back, Chloe.
The girl in the wheelchair planted flowers. She let bloom so many flowers, coloring our heroine's world. She was no longer alone. It was just the two of them in a colorful world. She thought they would be there forever. Yet, one day, suddenly, the girl in the wheelchair disappeared. She wondered why. The doll was blunt and awkward. Did the girl get tired of her? The girl in the wheelchair was gone. She was alone again. Yet, she thought she would be fine. She'd lived alone this whole time. She would simply return to her old life. She would just return to normalcy. Or so she thought. She could not return to her strong self. And she wondered why. Confusion ensued because she knew of her own weakness, knew of a world of color. It was all because of the girl in the wheelchair. She wanted to tell her what for, tell her to take responsibility. She barged into my life, broke me, and left without a word. I hate her. I hate that girl so much.
No matter what you do, you'll always be a designed. Forever alone and hated by all. Being born in this world, you can't stop being yourself, not even for a second. So you know, you can cry, you can be lonely, you can be weak, no matter what anyone says about you. There's no changing what you are to me. You're my dearest, Chloe.
And she still wanted, still yearned for that irreplaceable time, and that burned her up inside. She put up a strong front. I won't do what you tell me, she'd say, but she was in so much pain she could hardly breathe. She wanted to cry out and wail, yet the person who would allow her that was no longer with her. Then, pretending to be all right in a colorless world without her, she... Are you still trying to eat me? Don't tell me you're trying to soothe me. You've got to be freaking kidding me. That's just like...
So I'll make a promise to you too. Whenever you're crying, I'll come running and sing you a lullaby.
The doors open? Are you Coco? I've heard this sound before. I remember it clearly, weakly, fragile, soft, the gentle sound that captivated my heart. The one this world bereft of color nearly had me forget. It was the sound of Coco. Get off. Let me go.
Chloe, I'm glad you found me.
The world started to regain its color. I couldn't refuse this numbness, this pain.
Never leave my side.
How could I? I refuse her here, and I'll be all alone again, just like when Coco abandoned me to go to the surface.
And that concludes this week's report.
A whole week and no changes, huh? Guess that's our limit. Sounds like it's about time to take our girl apart.
Take her apart?
Yeah! Cut little Anima up and see what's inside. Since it doesn't look like we'll see any more Coco elements pop up from here on out, I'm saying it's time to move on to dissection! I tried putting in all the pieces, but in the end, we didn't have a picture. It was just a blank puzzle after all. Tragedy of the century. Or more like Coco's silhouette is slightly there, but nothing to hang on your wall, you know? Anyway, I've had my fun with it. We're moving on to the next phase of the study. It's dissecting time! Dissection!
Wait. She's still inside. Coco's still...
Did anyone ask for your opinion? But, well, you do sound awfully confident. Go ahead. Let's hear your evidence.
The unique. It doesn't attack me. It still attacks whatever enters its room, but not me. I can even touch it. And I can communicate with it better than any...
Wait, Chloe, you actually touched Anima?
Why would you do something so dangerous?
Of course, it's going to like the keeper best that stays with it the most. Or maybe it felt kin with you as another non-human with human form. Or maybe it's you. Maybe you're the one feeling kin with Anima.
It's the sound of Anima's pulse.
Pulse?
Its heartbeat was the same. There's no mistaking it. It was Coco's pulse.
Talk about your unreliable testimony. When do your ears get that good?
Coco's the only heartbeat I know by heart. It's a sound I know very well.
Like you could interpret such a delicate rhythm.
But Coco is inside Anima. I know it. Please, just believe me.
I started this science gig precisely because I can't believe in anything. If you can definitively prove that Coco's inside, we can keep the investigation going. But delusions, overconfident proclamations? You can't call that proof by any stretch. So, we're bringing Anima's investigation to a close. Good job, everyone. You can go back to your normal duties tomorrow.
You've got to be kidding me. You're the one who made me take care of Anima. You told me to look for Coco in the Meteora that ate her, and I finally found a glint of light. Coco's there. She's inside of Anima. We're so close. We're so close, and now you want me to just let Anima die?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Chloe. Got a problem?
You bet I do. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being a slave to your whims.
Chloe! I know how you feel, but you've got to calm down. It's unlike you to shout. You must be tired after how long this investigation has gone. Let me take you home?
Get out of my way! I'm not done talking.
There's nothing more to say, idiot. Cool off. We're going back.
Can I assume we have permission, Professor? We'll walk her back home.
There's nothing more disgusting than having a doll talk back to you. Take her out of my sight before I take her out of this world.
Like, seriously? Yelling and screaming at the professor?
You'd be lucky to get house arrest. Professor Julie might actually destroy you.
First, I've heard you went into the Unique's room, though. Like, alone? What if it ate you?
Anima wouldn't.
How can you say that for sure? Chloe, you're strange lately. Pale? Lacking composure? I think you should rest a little, at least. We'll try to get the Anima investigation extended, okay?
Personally, I'm fine with ending it. I mean, the Unique's the reason Chloe's suffering. We should have gotten rid of it from the start. A Meteora copying Coco? That's just gross.
No, Anima's not copying her. I feel Coco in it. I know it.
Isn't that just what you want to think?
Quit it, Yamato. Chloe, you should just go home and rest for today. Let's go, okay? I'll walk you there.
How long are you going to follow me?
All the way home, I suppose. That's what we told the professor.
So you're keeping watch on me then?
Looks like we've gotten on your bad side, huh?
Like, I'll be real. We're worried about you. The second we take our eyes off you, you're gonna visit the Unique, aren't you?
Do you really think I can just sit around? When's the dissection going to begin?
Wake up already, Chloe! Look, sure, it looks like Coco, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a Meteora, does it? It just looks like that to get your guard down so it can gobble you up.
You're wrong. Anima doesn't have the slightest desire to eat me. Anima's just trying to communicate with me by touching me. It used touch because it can't speak. That's all. You may only see Anima as a sample to be studied, but it has emotions. It has preferences. Anima smiles like Coco does. Why can't you see that? Why won't you listen to me? We were the ones pushing Anima away in fear when all it ever did was offer its hand. If you can't see that, that's fine. Enough.
Hey, Chloe! Who do you think you are, ignoring my show?
Out of my way. I'm not in the mood.
Hey, you know, I thought I hadn't seen you around for a while. But look at you! You look awful. Ragged. You're so pale. Did Anima do something? Ugh, I told you to stay away from it.
Stop yapping in my ears. Leave me alone.
Wait a second. Chloe, you're hurt?
Hurt? Seriously, Chloe?
It's none of your business. I told you to leave me alone.
Hey, hang on. We're not done here yet.
Is that a bite from Anima? Despite your regenerative powers? If it hasn't fully recovered, does that mean it's that deep a wound?
It's nothing.
Nothing? After you got savagely attacked? There's no way that's nothing.
It wasn't an attack. Anima didn't have any hostility.
Chloe, something's gotten into you. You're the victim here.
Sorry, Chloe, but I can't let this slide. Professor Julie's decision is probably right. We can't let the investigation continue. I'll report to the professor and hear her judgment.
I told you that's not necessary. Anima's not dangerous.
That's not our call, Chloe. You should present your case. Come on, let's go back to the lab.
Don't touch me. I'm not going!
Chloe, what's gotten into you? Why are you defending that Meteora so much? Have you lost your mind?
I'm perfectly...
Enough, you two! There's no point in yelling at Chloe. She knows what's going on. Like, you said it yourself, right? That's the Meteora that ate Coco. I mean, it might eat you too, right?
Just leave me alone.
Chloe! Wait, Chloe! Come on, let's talk.
Enough already. I've got nothing to talk about.
Really? Nothing? When you look so pained?
So what if I look pained? What business of that is yours?
It is our business. We're friends. Why won't you talk? Why do you keep avoiding us? What have you got against us now? We won't know if you don't tell us.
I don't have anything against you. You just won't understand if I tell you. Words are just too flimsy to express emotions.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Look, I don't want to be understood. I don't think you would anyway. The way we were born and raised is just too different. I'm a designed human. Who would understand me? But...
Hold on, I think we can understand each other. Hey, don't say we're different. Aren't you human? Like, how you look? Sure, you might be a designed, but even if you were born different, you can still feel lonely and anxious like any of us, right? I think I understand how you feel. I lost someone dear to a Meteora, too.
Your father.
Yeah. Back when I was a kid, I knew my dad was a Machia pilot and a hero who fought monsters that came from the sky. But I didn't know what was most important. Not how dangerous being a Machia pilot was. Not knowing that one could die at any time. I probably didn't notice because I'm really dumb. And like, deployments don't have a set schedule, right? So I never knew when my dad would go out or when he'd come back. Sometimes he'd come back in the dead of night, and I'd wake up in the dark to find him, sleeping there next to me. I always loved that. So I'd ask him to tell me stories. And he'd snuggle me and tell me how many Meteoras he'd beat or how dangerous it was. It felt like an adventure story, happening in a far-off land. I was just so stupid. I mean, this was my father, talking about himself. Even when he was about to die, I'd listen with nothing but excitement. It was so obvious, but I only noticed it after my dad died, when they carried off the empty coffin, when my mother collapsed in tears. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, he would always come back. You just didn't know when. I figured that he'd just show up again, like it was nothing. But one night, when I woke up, he wasn't there beside me. I looked all over the house for him, wanting to hear a story, but he was nowhere. Right then, it finally hit me. I was never going to see my father again. Like, even now, I'm scared as hell of the night. I'm afraid of just waking up in the dark. When my eyes open, and it's just me in my room in the dead of night. I remember when I realized my dad would never be coming home. All that pain makes me feel like I'm going to collapse. Man, just makes me want to cry. Like I'm all alone at the end of the world. You feel the same way, right? Didn't it hurt when you lost Coco?
Of course it did.
See? But you're always acting all cool, like pretending everything's no big deal.
That's not what I really...
That's what it looks like to me. But that's who you are, Chloe. You probably never noticed, but ever since we were cadets, I always looked up to you. I volunteered to be a pilot so I could avenge my father. I had to work harder than anyone, get better results than everyone else. But there was someone I could just never beat. A certain designed human, born and made to become a pilot. Isn't that just unfair? It pissed me off. No matter how much she trained, she looked like it was nothing. She piloted the Machia in ways I couldn't believe. She'd always hit her targets. At first, I was real stubborn and didn't want to lose. I tried to surpass you however I could, but before I knew it, I'd just been following after you the whole time. It's probably because you were behind me that I could fight. You saved me on the battlefield so many times. I always wanted to return the favor. When Coco disappeared, I got to worrying. Worried that you felt like you were all alone at the end of the world. Like, we can't ever take Coco's place, but still, I want you to rely on us a little, yeah? Remember, we're here for you. Hey, Chloe, how about we go out into town like the old days? Maybe put on a concert? Anytime you call, no matter where you are, I'll come running. I'm pretty dumb, and I'm not the best Machia pilot, so I might not be the most reliable. And I know this is all I can do, but that's all the more reason I'll say this again and again. I'm here for you. You're not alone, all right? Like, until you feel better again, Chloe.
I'm not alone. I'm really glad to hear you say that. Still, I need you to let me go, Yamato.
Why?
I'm not alone. I have you guys. But her, she's all alone. If Coco's inside of her, if she's really there, then it means we're not the only ones getting crushed by loneliness. I won't abandon Coco ever again. I promised her I'd always be with her.
Always with her?
If you get it, then leave me be. I can go home by myself.
Wait, Chloe, I'm not done yet.
I won't let them dissect her. I'm not letting them kill her. Coco's inside her. I have to make Julie realize that. I need more things related to Coco to bring more of her out. I've tested most of her things already. The only thing I haven't is... Red already? You can eat them now, you know. Sorry, but there's no time for smiles. We're getting out of here. Quick. We're going to Coco's sunroom. I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to feel anything. Leave me alone. Stay out of my way. This is all we need. We don't want anything else. So, feel anything?
Welcome back, Chloe.
I'm home. forbidden from meeting. The neighbors could only whisper their love through a thick wall.